Hey folks, Randy Go, Trite Man with you here today. Today we're going to talk about various Varivas or Varivas fishing lines, ever how it's pronounced, which I've never really quite heard how it's supposed to be pronounced. Never heard anybody say what the correct pronunciation is, but we'll call it Varivas, which makes more sense than Varivas, but it could be Varivas. But anyway, I've been using Varivas lines for several years now. I say Varivas lines. I've been using the Varivas, those of you who watch the channel know that I have used the Master Limited polyester line for a long time. I absolutely love this line, although this line has huge manageability issues. And that's just not me saying it. That's the folks in Japan that use this. They will tell you real quick that polyester line, it has a lot of disadvantages, and it does. It's a bear to manage. You can get a mess on your spinning reels with this if you're not paying particular attention. You only want to fill up the spool, say halfway to 3/4 full. It'll spring off the spool. It can just be a bear, but it can also benefit you in catching fish, which is why I use it, especially in the summertime, July and August months, fishing for those Kentucky bass down below the dam in Nickajack, where they're 23 feet on the bottom, and I'm trying to get a 1 gram trout magnet jig head down there. You need a sinking line, and that's why I love the polyester line, not to mention that it's super sensitive. But the reason I use it is because it sinks. Nylon line it has a specific gravity of 1. You put on a 1 gram jig head, trying to keep it at 23 feet at the bottom, you're going to have a problem. You're just going to have a problem. So that's why I love the Varibus Master Limited Super Ester. But as I said, the Neo Orange, it has its troubles. I mean, it does. It's just, those of you know have used this line, you know what I'm talking about. So recently, Varibus contacted me. I don't know, it's been several months back. They want to send me some lines to try out. I'm not paid by them. They did send me the lines to try out, but I don't get my lines from them. If I want lines, I have to order my lines, just like everybody else. One of the lines they sent me is the new Ester Lemony line. It's, as you can see, it's in the green color. It's supposed to be more supple. Now, I have used several ester lines that were supposed to be more supple. I have never found any that are more supple. They were all the same. I mean, I have used 7 or 8 different types of ester lines, 7 or 8 different brands of ester lines, and they were all the same. I never found any that reacted any different than the other one. And I stuck with Varivas because I like it. I could see it, the Neo Orange. I could see it, having trouble following the line, and it's just served me well. And of course, this is 2.3 pound test line. This is 2.3 pound test line, but I'm going to have to say something about this line. I test all my lines when I get them before I put them on the reel, and I continue to test a little piece of them as if it's been on the reel for 3 or 4 months, which my line is not usually on there that long unless it's a nylon line. And the first spool of the Lemony line that Varivas sent me would break from 1.6 to 1.8 pounds. I was checking it on my booze drag checker. I said, I don't know about this. It was rated for 2.3. So to Varivas credit, they sent me a prepaid envelope to send that line back to them. They're USA, Varibus USA. And they were going to send the line back to Japan to have them test it there to see just what was going on with that line. Well, they sent me a replacement spool for that line, and I put it on. But I tested it before I put it on. It breaks at 1.8. Now, I really want that extra strength that's supposed to get at 2.3. I mean, believe you me, there's a big difference between 2.3 and 1.8. You say it's not, but trust me, folks, I've been in ultralight angling for a long time with light lines. It's a huge difference. 1.8 pound test, you you're I don't know. It's just tough to fish with it. It really is, because I'm talking about it's gonna break. You're gonna break it. But I've been fishing with it. I've been fishing with it a lot, and I'm gonna tell you about this line. It is more supple. It is manageable. I have had no issues with this line at all, and I have made thousands of casts with it, caught hundreds of fish using the 1.2 gram spoon with this line. And I've not had the first issue with it. It doesn't spring off the spool like the Neo Orange does. It behaves very, very well, and it sinks. Now, I've got 2 more spools on order that's coming in, 2.3 pound test. I will test those, and I will report back to you. Do they test at 2.3, or do they break at 2.3, or do they break at something else, 1.8 or 1.6 or whatever? I will let you know. I love the line because fishing with the Master Limited Super Ester Neo Orange, I tell you folks, and the older you get and you start getting them line issues, it just gets aggravating. It gets more aggravating. So I was looking for a replacement for this, and I think I have found it. I'm going to have a little clip here of those of you who watch my videos, every video. You're going to see the same clip of this Kentucky bass I caught with the lemony line using some shock leader, which means my actual breaking strength was less than 1.8. It's probably about 1.5. I don't care what knot you use. Your breaking strength is going to be at that knot, and it's going to be less than the line breaking strength. I can tell you that. So, I thought it was a pretty good feat to get a 14-inch or very fat Kentucky bass in. But what impressed me was the knot strength. They talk about in Varibus marketing, they talk about the knot strength of this line. It is good. It's very good. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with the line. You can cast coast to coast with it. It has all the qualities of other ester lines I've used as far as sensitivity, sinking, but it has no manageability issues. I have not run into the first issue with manageability. It's just a fantastic line. What concerns me though is I want some 2.3 pound test line. Fishing with 1.8, that's great, that's fine. But boy, I need that extra little bit of strength on that line. When I start getting those Kentucky bass in July and August, some of them go 15, 16, 17 inches, and I'm just worried. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. But so far, this line is a keeper for me. I mean, I wouldn't have ordered 2 more spools of it if it wasn't. I'm just hoping that there might have been, they could have packaged this line wrong. They could have got the 1.75 put in a 2.3 pound package. That could happen, very easily happen. I haven't heard back from Varibus yet. I'm hoping they'll contact me and let me know what they found out with the line. My booze drag checker, I found it to be pretty darn accurate, because this line, the Neo Orange, it breaks at 2.3 like clockwork. I mean, it don't miss a beat. 2.3, 2.3, 2.3. That's what it breaks at. Now, another Varivas line that I have come to love is the Super Trite Advanced Twitch Master VLS Nylon. The VLS stands for very low stretch. Now, I've got this in 3 pound spool that I've caught. I don't know how many trout I've caught with, a whole bunch. It's 3 pound test. I love it. They were out of 3 pound. Everywhere you go, they're out of 3 pound. So I've had to order some 4 pound, but it's only 0.148 millimeter diameter. It is low stretch. If this came in a 2 pound, which it does not, I might even use it to fish 23 feet of water in July and August for the Kentucky bass. But it doesn't come in a 2 pound test, and I really have, because 2 pound test would probably be about 0.117 millimeters, and I love this line. Absolutely love it. I'm going to be going out to Arkansas here, I think, in June. This is what will be on my reels out there, fishing for trout. If you don't have any of this line, you need to try it. It's some great stuff. And folks, like I said, I'm not sponsored by Varibus. They don't, other than being in contact with them, they don't provide me with anything. Like I said, they sent me the first couple of spools free. That was it. Now, let's talk shock leader, because when you're using a polyester line, you better be using a shock leader. Sooner or later, you're going to run into troubles. Believe you me. You start getting larger fish, that line will snap. That's the thing about no stretch line. It'll snap much, much quicker. Let's say you have a 2-pound test polyester line, 2-pound test nylon line. Yes, they're both rated at 2 pounds, and they both will break at 2 pounds. But it's much easier to snap polyester line than it is nylon line. That's just a matter of the way it works. That's just how it is. Now, Varibus makes a nylon shock leader, which I've used, and it's fantastic stuff. I'm not sure that you would necessarily want to spend the money on this, because you can use, in my way of thinking, a nylon shock leader. You can buy some 2-pound or 3-pound test fishing line and give you a whole lot of shock leader if you want to use nylon shock leader. Although this is a great shock leader, don't misunderstand me, it's fantastic stuff. But whether you need it or not, that's debatable. I don't know. I have it, I've used it, and it's good stuff. Now, another shock leader that I use that I do highly suggest you get, is the Varibus Master Limited Shock Leader VSP Fluorocarbon. A lot of folks that I follow in Japan use this when they're fishing area trout pay lakes. I like it because it's 3-pound test, 0.128 millimeter. And I don't know the refraction index of this, but this stuff reminds me of the old Cigar Grand Max that we used to use when the bite would get tough for trout. If you would go down or go up and quality-wise to a really, really, really high-quality fluorocarbon leader, your catch rate would go up. I've seen when trout, you have on a fluorocarbon leader you use for years and years, you're not getting bites. You put on the Cigar Grand Max, your catch rate would go up. It'd go up. Fluorocarbon lines all have different refractive index. The more expensive the line, the more likely it is it has a less refractive index. This is good. It's very good. This is what I'll have on when I'm fishing for trout, because it's going to help me catch more trout. It just is. Now, you can poo-poo that if you want to, but I'm telling you, that's a fact. This is an outstanding fluorocarbon leader. I highly recommend it. It's the Area Super Trout Master Limited Shock Leader VSP Fluorocarbon by Varibus. So you may want to check that out. I will leave a link to the Varibus USA website where you can check out all their lines. I'm a big fan of Varibus lines, I got to tell you. All Japanese premium lines are good, and most Japanese lines, I say all Japanese premium lines, most lines out of Japan are premium lines. Varibus is good, Sunline is good, but I have become a fan of Varibus lines, big time. And as soon as they get some 3-pound Twitchmaster back in stock, I'll be stocking up on it. Now, I'm hoping, as I said, the Lemony, this one, the Lemony polyester, I'm hoping it's going to replace the Master Limited Neo Orange polyester. I think I have 7 spools of this out in the garage. And I will use it. I'll probably give some to my son. I will use it up, but I'm going to tell you, fishing with the Lemony, it's such a joy compared to fishing with the Neo Orange, because this stuff doesn't spring off the spool. It just behaves admirably. I love it. I absolutely love it. I just wish it would break at 2.3, and hopefully we're going to get that issue solved, whatever that issue is. So anyway, just wanted to do this quick video about the Varibus lines. Once again, I am not sponsored by Varibus. I do not participate in their Pro Staff program that they have. I'm just in contact with them about their different lines. And it's good to be in contact with them, because maybe when they come out something new, maybe they say, hey, we'll send this out and you can test it out and see what it's like. I'm all about looking for something that's going to, up my game, give me an advantage. And believe you me, certain lines, certain rods, they're going to help you in your fishing endeavors. They just are. That's just a fact. I'm like I said, in this video is the clip of me landing the 14-inch Kentucky bass. You'll see how well this line held up. Of course, I had my loose drag. I always have a loose drag. If you don't, you're just asking for trouble when you're fishing line this light. But I considered it a good feat to get that fish in, and had that rod bowed over with a lot of stress on that knot. I had on the Varibus Fluorocarbon shock leader also. So everything just worked out perfectly with that fish. And matter of fact, when I get through making this video, I'm thinking about running over to Normandy again, throw them spoons some more. It's a lot of fun, folks, a lot of fun. So anyway, folks, appreciate you watching, appreciate the support of the channel, appreciate the comments. And so until next time, sore lip 'em all, and life is good.
Got an outstanding fish on here now, folks, for this rod. Wow. I mean, it's giving me all I want here. Oh yeah, this is a heck of a fish on this rod. Shoot fire, what you talking about? Oh, shoot fire, man, this here's a brood trout, I do believe. Man, I tell you what, on this rod, this is an awesome fish. Thought I had the camera going where you got the hit, but I didn't. What is this? Is this a trout? I can't tell what this is. It's a good fish, whatever he is. Yes, sir. This line breaks at 1.8 pounds. 1.8 pounds, folks. No, this is a, look at here. Look at here at this Kentucky. Would you just look at this Kentucky bass? Folks, I'm telling you what now. This is quite the fish for this. Let me get him out of here. Shoot. This joker, there it goes. I got it in. I bent that hook, so I sure did. I want you to look at that fish, folks. Look at that headband out of that joker is popping fat. That's an awesome fish. Let's get a measurement on this joker here. See what he is. 14 inches. 14 inches. Beautiful fish. Yes, sir. Let's let him go. And he's gone, folks.